Hello everybody. As you can see, I'm at home. The whole country is under a severe weather warning for high winds. They're saying parts of the west coast last night got something up about 80 miles per hour. I can quite believe it, judging by some of the pictures I saw this morning. Even where I am, I reckon it was at 50 or 60 miles per hour. Trying to get slept last night was not easy. The racket outside was unbelievable. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we've had any damage, but it is still blowing an absolute gale out there. I decided to venture out into town to get a couple of things, and it was breezy. Ooh-wee, it was breezy. And I'm home, and I'm just pottering about, trying to find stuff to amuse myself, I guess, so I thought I'd just do a short video. Some of you may have seen me mention a book I was reading, a book I got from a local library. It's in a recent video. It's a story of Yuri Gagarin's first space flight, the competition with the Americans between the Russians getting him up into orbit first, and the American, who was it, Alan Shepard, trying to get him up into space, the old Cold War competition. This is a very, very good book, very interesting, and as I say, I've just finished it. Really enjoyed it, very much so. Wonder if I can give you a look at how bad the weather is. Bear with me a sec. If I pull that curtain out of the way for a second, you can see what the wind's doing at the trees. That's not as bad as it was earlier on, but certainly still very breezy. So it's a day for staying indoors. So yeah, as I said, I've been trying to find things to amuse myself, and every now and then I go through fits and starts where I dig out my sketch pad, want to draw stuff. Some of you may have seen pictures I've drawn before, some of you may not have, and the thumbnail for this is a clue. I've spoken several times when I was younger. My dad and I went on a somewhat ill-fated quest out to Fort William, which ended up with us coming home in that icon of the Cold War, East Germany's little Trabant. And that put an idea in my head. I was thinking about that last night, and I thought, wonder if I could draw that. So for about the last hour I've been doodling, and here's a finished result, just a pencil sketch. The icon of the Cold War. I'm actually quite pleased with how that turned out. I say, I go through fits and starts. Sometimes I want to, and then sometimes I haven't got the enthusiasm. I don't know what it is. But one of my friends, I've worked with him for about 10 years. He is he's a very talented artist. So I went to work on Thursday and he goes, got something for you. Handed me a sheet of A4 paper and it was some tips and pointers on how to improve things that I've talked to him about not being very good at. I was delighted. So I can refer to that now, but I think that's turned out alright, don't you? Nice, the humble Travie. Fun things to drive. Fun things to drive. So, apart from that, I have not done a lot at all. Can't really, if you see the weather. Can't really. But I'm glad you all enjoyed my little trip out to the seaside that went out on, was it Wednesday the video went out? Yes, Wednesday. And I appreciate all the nice comments you left on it. Now I'm just going to potter about. I've got a few things to do in the house. Beforehand, I have the requisite cup of tea. Oh, that's nice. And I will see you in the next one. As I say, sorry for this one being a little short, but I don't really have that much to show you. I may do later on in the week though, so hold that thought. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye bye.